Great rising, beautiful beings. Great rising, natural beings. The difference between our genetic coding from creation or our creator, when the God said that they would put us in their image and in their likeness, they gave us intuition and they allowed us to be able to see, feel, and basically know everything they know, but with limits, right? The difference between their energy and Tiamat and the Kundalini energy of the planet is, as long as everything is in balance, you'll thrive. She'll thrive through you like a lighthouse, like a beacon. You are a beacon and her lights comes through you, right? But, for instance, if the Anunnaki, if you activate your DNA, junk DNA or dormant DNA of the Anunnaki, they come and start tampering with you on the energetic field. They don't want you to have it. They don't want you to use it because then you can see, then you become just as smart as them. If not, you can grow to be smarter. That's why they keep resetting everything, right? But you never hear about Tiamat or the Kundalini energy of the planet or the serpent or Ophiuchus or anything of that nature removing from you what you already rightfully have. Only the Anunnaki. Tiamat, the Kundalini energy, Ophiuchus, none of this keeps resetting the planet. The ones that we call gods or our creator keeps resetting the planet. They the one who put the telomere caps on our DNA so that we can only live a certain age. They're the one who spray in the sky, creating havoc and disease so that we cannot manifest past 100 years. They're the one who are allowing other entities to put technology on the planet that does not suit our higher being. Our higher being cannot even resonate or function properly with this type of technology on the planet. So remember, everybody want to turn their back on the serpent. Everybody want to turn their back on the dragon. Everybody want to turn their back on the aquatic mermans and mermaids. But if you look, I got one in there now. It's a three-tooth pitchfork. It's like something Zeus or aqua god would hold, right? But if you actually look at what the Anunnaki weapons they had, like the picture I posted on the last video, if you actually look at it, it looks the same. If they are fighting aquatic in nature, they are fighting beings that they have no business fighting. And we're rooting them along. When you have a three-tooth pitchfork, that's aquatic. That's aquatic in nature. So, just know that they may not be frenemies, they might just be enemies, because if you activate that dormant DNA, that junk DNA that belongs to them, They come see about you. They start tweaking you in the fourth dimension and the fifth dimension so that the energy don't work properly no more. You let your kundalini rise, you tap into your dragon energy and stuff. The goddess of the planet don't come take that from you. You know who gonna take that from you or try to? The people who wanted to get rid of Ophiuchus, the people who wanted to get rid of the dragon and the serpent. They do not want you to have that much knowledge and that much power. They want to keep the planet energy as docile as possible. So what do we need? What is the solution? Come within yourself. You know how they say, come out of her, my child. Come out of her. No, go back in her. Go back in her. Allow her to thrive through you. Allow that nested snake to rise up through you. Because she's not going to attempt to take that energy back from you if you activate it. But let you activate Anunnaki DNA. Let you activate some other being DNA. And they put you on the planet as workers and servers and slaves. They're going to take it from you if you activate it. All this pollution, all this conspiracy, all this propaganda, they gave these other entities permission to do it. Because they don't want us to be able to identify with self. They don't want us to be able to tap into our inheritance. You know how we say, oh, they left us this, they left us that. No, our papa and mamas from that galactic side of it abandon us. They allow these other entities and beings and corporations to destroy us. Nobody's coming back for us. So we only have one other choice. Protect the planet. Get her frequency back up. Any means necessary. When I mean any means necessary, I mean any fucking means necessary. Get her frequency back up. Live within your means. Live within your means. Grow your own food. Learn to have selective energy. Learn to store your own food. Learn to harness your own energy for your household. Learn about clean water. Learn about fire. Learn about land. To the point where if the system falls, we won't need it anyway. Remember I said any means necessary. Any means necessary. Whether a Shira tower's got to go down, and you need to research it. Whether a Shira tower's got to go down, the oil got to stop pumping. This fake electricity got to stop. We have to raise the vibration of the planet, which would raise the vibration of us. Another thing I was telling a guy, good, beautiful being, actually. He got one of them like Zeus beards, you know. He looks like, he reminds me of the guy in the woods that was a virgin and Goliath. I think Goliath. Yeah, I look at him like a Goliath or something. Okay, now look, Pete Gang. I was telling him, if the system ever fall and you don't know how to You don't know how to refine oil. You don't know how to start an electric grid and a generator. You don't know how to build a water turbine. I said, what good if the system fall and you got kilos of gold? What good is the gold if you don't know how to use it? Like, the Anunnaki and our creators are laughing at us. Think about it. The only thing we use gold for is a standard of currency. We don't use gold for nutritional value. We don't use gold for technology. We use gold as a form of barter currency, which is a big issue because everybody else that wants the gold, they use the gold for technology, nutritional purposes, for protection within the elements. We're only using it for a bartering system. And then think about it. They are so clever that they circulated the gold within a bartering system, right? So when the banks and the government want to confiscate all of your resources because they're in so-called inflated debt, then your gold is gone, right? And do you see in history, you never hear anybody talk about, I use gold for medicine. I use gold for to create this device or that device, or this helps this or this helps that. Now you got modern age us talking about orgone energy, colloidal gold, plants that eat gold. You eat the plant, you get on the breakdown of the alchemical gold because the plant know how to process the gold. Like now, but all the years up until now, it was just a bartering system. No form of technology. Yeah, you got computer chips and stuff now with gold. But think about it. We are so unaware, lack of knowledge, lack of power when it comes to resources. So I was explaining that to him and he was like, Sky, you're so right. Like, what actually are we going to do with the gold other than use it for a bartering system? We have no clue what to do with gold. Maybe Sky can make some colloidal gold and a few other people. Maybe we got a few other people who can melt it down and refine it. Okay, some blacksmiths and some I can't think of them right now, but metal smiths or whatever. But man, we don't know how to refine none of this stuff. We don't know how to turn it into weapons or benefits, nutritional value, none of that. All I'm going to say is we've been totally played, okay? We've been played beyond belief. But like I say, any means necessary. It's time to raise the vibration of the planet. It's time to unearth the magic that they have been trying to keep at bay for so many years. It's time to weaponize this energy. A lot of people say, oh, let's just kumbaya and all resonate on the same frequency and we'll just kill them with kindness. We'll just vibrate so high, they don't even matter no more. No, we gonna kick your fucking ass first. We gonna kick your ass first, and then we'll resonate and vibrate high. But we need to whoop some ass. So when it comes to fighting, they don't have to really fight no more. They don't have to really send out their back then a god or a goddess used to conjure up a demon or some type of deity, and you would go to battle with it, right? Now they got AI and robots and shit. They don't even have to use their energy or intellect. They're going to try to destroy you with all the physical reality they can before they have to actually bring out their energy. Okay? So, be ready to knock some robots' heads off. Be ready to fuck some shit up in this lifetime, in your lifetime. Be ready to do like the Matrix said. We just had to knock the transformer out the sky. They thought they was gonna just power the AI, the artificial intelligence, and just feed off the sun and just control us humans. They just thought they was just gonna use a whole new matrix to control us. Be ready. Be ready. It's some countries out there right now waiting to see what these gods and entities are ready to do. These otherworldly beings, everybody is just sitting back, relaxing, and waiting. Okay? If we can't live our natural order on this planet, we going to war. Now, they may create civil wars, national wars, to make us seem like we're fighting amongst ourselves so that we can eliminate each other. They did that with the African tribes. They would come in and create tribal war, or they would observe tribal war, just like they did with the Indians, us, American Indians. They would observe tribal war, and they would supply them with certain shit just so they could come in and take over the land after they kill each other off. So yeah, they're going to have people nationally attack each other. On civil levels, civil wars attack each other to minimize the threat. We are the threat. We are the threat. All 7 continents are the threat. The land walkers, the surface walkers are the threat. Okay? So they're going to minimize this as they are doing now. They're minimizing us through paper genocide, bioweapons, active war within our neighborhoods. Through propaganda, they're just straight downsizing us, okay? So, only the wise, the strong, and the ones willing to learn will survive. The ones that are not willing to learn, they out of here. You got to stay a student in this world. And you got to be able to observe. And you can't allow these particles that are embedding within our system to totally, 100% wholeheartedly assimilate. If you allow, why you think I showed you a salad with wildflowers on it? You cannot allow all these nanoparticles within your vessel to assimilate. You have to detox. You have to exercise. You have to clean your vessel. You have to sweat. Because if you allow all this stuff that they're embedding in us to finally assimilate and put us online, put us on AI line, you might lose your free will. You might lose your free power. You can't allow this stuff to assimilate. So you have to go eat bitter greens, bitter food, wild things that will help you to purge impurities out of the body. Be mindful, people. Man, I done said so much. No, I didn't forget. Just know the one they call our God is not going to grant you access to the DNA they encoded within you. Once you tap into that DNA, you become a threat. They're looking at you like you could remotely view them. But Tiamat, the serpent energy, Ophiuchus, the planet's energy, if you can harness that energy, if your body is strong enough to harness that energy, she will not take it from you. But you have to worry about your God, your creator, your devil, your adversary to bring conflict on the planet, to disturb the equilibrium of the planet and cause you to lose what you've already gained. And they do that through pollution, imbalance of nature, toxic foods and waters. And we know the other things they do. And if they can't keep the frequency at bay at the levels they want it, they'll just start eliminating people. They'll create some fake ass psyop war, and all of a sudden, millions of people just died, if not billions. So I'm going to leave it there. Just know what you're dealing with. Can't keep sitting on the fence. You can try to utilize their DNA, which is a good thing. I don't stop trying to utilize their DNA. Let's get that straight. But I don't have time for them tampering with my vessel so that I can't activate it no more. Like, you go through so much work activating stuff, but they're just observing you in a thinner dimension, and they're looking at your energy fields and your energy spikes and what's growing and what ain't growing and what's turning on and what's spinning, and they just go in and sever the ties. I'm like, what the fuck? It's like they observe me to figure out what they need to do to the youth. How are they going to keep the DNA dormant in the youth? So just be mindful of it. It's definitely time for you to figure out what you want. Some people feel like this planet ain't. I'm going to give you one last wise example of what I'm talking about. That's why I say a lot of people got to go. A lot of people got to go. Have you ever heard a person say, America got to fall? America is the problem. Wait a minute. We live here. The land spirit of America is here. It's in me right now. It's part of the breath system. It's in me right now. Why are you saying America got to fall and you've been here your whole life? Your family been here. Your grandparents been here. No, why not say the U.S. government or the corporation has to fall? Why do y'all want to destroy everything in America? Why not destroy the system that put America in this high regard in the first place? Why they couldn't use Africa to conquer the world? Why they couldn't use the land of Asia to conquer the world? Why they couldn't use the land of Australia to conquer the world? Why did they need America? Because they want you to turn against yourself. That's right. They need the indigenous people of this land to turn against themselves. You are the only way to break the spirit of this land. That's right. Ashe. Once you turn against yourself, then she falls. Think about it. Do you know how it sounds when a person say, America got to fall? No, you're wording that wrong. The system that put America in a bind has to fall. The system that manipulated the masses have to fall. She's just that powerful. She's just that grand. And if our essence or the seed from her, we are the seeds from her. We populated from this landmass, right? If we say, yeah, America got to fall, what you look like saying America got to fall and you got to live here? No, the corrupt system that took on the banksters' agreement. The banksters say, I need you to go take this country out. I need you to go take this country out. I'll feed all your people another 10 years and your troops. And I'm going to give you $1 trillion. I need you to go take this country out. And that's what they do. The system, the corrupt, shadow working system has to fall. Not the land of America. Not Turtle Island has to fall. It's the system. Why would you keep beating a dead horse? They so-called already pillaged all the Indians, right? So when they say America got to fall, who actually are they talking about? The elitists are not here. And if they are here, you're not going to be able to pick them out from everybody else. You might get the ones that are surface walkers. You might get a few of the top hats, but you ain't going to get all the top hats. So pay attention. Be mindful of that. Just like you have people who say, oh, Earth gotta leave. I'm not from here. I'm from somewhere else. Wait a minute. Earth done fed you far too long. You and your family and your tribe. For you to turn your back now. For you to act like Earth ain't shit. So there we have it. Unearth the magic. The truth will definitely set you free.